Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Hello, Jessica. What's going on, Ida? Welcome, welcome. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday night. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. How's everybody doing? Tell me how you're feeling. Oh, look at that. I see Jessica. You're doing great. Look at all those hearts. Sending my love to you too. Hey, Ida. So, Thursday night. Well, Jody's not here today. She actually has a staff meeting today for the class that we go and do, the class we'll be talking about. So she's out there tonight applying her leadership skills, helping people. So today you get me. So yeah, come on into the live session. Let's hang out. Let's have a conversation. I just want to share a couple of thoughts with you guys. And hey, Susan, how you doing? Good to see you. So I just met with a client, a brand new client, happened to find me on Yelp, which is good. By the way, I'm on Yelp, so Yelp me, review me. She found me on Yelp, and she wanted to meet me and for me to help her with some things. So I met her today, and the main thing she needed help with was with her goals, like getting things done. She's got a lot of ideas in her mind, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, then another idea, then another idea, then another idea. And at the beginning of our conversation, I could relate to her so much because I've had, if you're creative, a creative person will have a lot of ideas. And a lot of the conflict is, how do I get those done? You know, how do I go about pursuing my goals? How do I go about accomplishing them? And one of the things I had to learn was that, and this is recent, recent within the past, I would say 6 months, is that we just have to take action. And the truth is, it doesn't really matter what the action really is. It's about maybe sending an email, maybe making a phone call, maybe talking to a friend, maybe knocking on someone's door. The point is that as long as you keep taking action, one action will take you to another one. Making a phone call to find out if this would work, or making a phone call to a friend to see if they know someone. The thing is holding the intention that what you want to do or where you want to go is where you want to go. And what I mean by intention, it's not like, okay, this is what I want. I want this. Yes, you do want it, but my point is, it's got to be like something that comes from within. I had to ask her this question. What is it that you want to do? Do you love it? Yes, I love it. Are you good at it? Yes, I'm good at it. Can you get paid for it? Yes, I can get paid for it. The last thing I asked her, can you make a positive impact on somebody else's life with that thing that you wanted to do? She says, yes, I can save lives. Well, there you go. That's the most important thing. And I call that my why. Like that why is much, much bigger than me. And that why is much, much bigger than her. That's almost like something is calling her to do this one thing that she wants to do. It's coming from deep within her. And oftentimes you ask somebody what's the reason they want to do something, and it'll be, well, because I want to make money, which is great. Or, well, because, I don't know, I just feel like I have to, or I want to, I like it. Those are great reasons too. But I'm talking about a why that's way beyond you, that's bigger than you. A why that impacts the world, a why that is aligned with purpose. And if you listen to my last talk on purpose, I was talking about the possibility that we all may have the same purpose. That we're all here to help each other grow and be better. That we're here to help each other. I'm here to help you. You're here to help me. I'm going to learn from you. You're going to learn from me. That we're all here to help each other grow and be better. So that why needs to be tied to a bigger vision than you, that goes beyond you. And so as long as you're clear on your why, that's your intention, that's where you're going, and you hold on to that, and you start taking action, inspired action. Now, oftentimes, you may be in a situation where it's time to move, or It's time to change gears, change direction. That's okay. Change direction. Another thing is like maybe we start thinking too much about this one action. Like, okay, well, what if that doesn't work? Well, what if that doesn't yield any results? Well, what if that doesn't get me to where I want to go? You don't know that. You don't know. So just take the action, go for it. You don't know where it's going to take you. It could take you to the next contact, or it could take you to the next move, or it could take you to your next stage. It may bomb, but you know what? Failure is pretty much the only reliable teacher. So use it as a lesson, and let's go to the next thing. You know, where do I need to be moving to next? So I have a question really quick right here. Why? This is Ida. Hey Ida. So she says, why to contribute to everyday lives of others? Yes, I agree. I agree. Definitely, we want to contribute. We're here to help each other grow, says Jessica. And then she also says, I think too much. So if I'm going to think too much, I need to think positively. Yes, totally, girl. You definitely need to think positively. So here's another thing where people get stuck on. It's, I learned pretty early in my spiritual journey that being still is also action. Still is also action. And I shared that with a friend of mine yesterday, I believe, one of my coworkers. And she said that Sunday in her church service, the pastor preached about waiting well. And what I was sharing with her is that while you're being still, are you also taking action? Are you putting things in motion? Are you knocking on a door? Are you sending an email? Are you making that phone call? Are you talking to friends? Are you believing in your dreams so much and in yourself so much that you're willing to tell the world, what do? This is what I do. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what my purpose is. Do you know anybody that I could connect with? Who cares if they tell you no? And that's the thing about taking action. It doesn't have to be the right action. As long as it's an action, it will lead you to another one, to another one, to another one. Even if they say no, you can knock on 100 doors. Somebody's bound to answer. So while you're being still, because sometimes it's time to move, and sometimes we have to change directions, and sometimes we have to change scenarios and environments, but we do it reactively. We react, oh, this is no longer serving me. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. I got to run. This is no longer beneficial. This is no longer my preference. I gotta get out of here. I gotta run. Meanwhile, you don't know if it's time. Yes, it may be that you're right. You may need to move. You may need to shift. And one clue that I use to tell me that it's time to shift things or move to a different direction, different environment, is when conflict arises when there wasn't conflict before. When things were going smooth and things were working, and all of a sudden, why are we not getting along? What's going on with us? Why are we now all of a sudden starting to look at me? We're looking at each other differently. We're acting different. We're being kind of short, and just the dynamic changes, and there's a little bit of friction there. When you're beginning to feel that, more than likely it's time to move. But if you take it personal, if you allow that friction to trigger fear or any kind of thoughts of rejections, any kind of thoughts of worth, maybe that you say, oh, well, they don't like me, or maybe I'm not doing a good job. There's so many reasons why friction could arise. It may not even have anything to do with you. So if you allow yourself to be still, that's why the practice of meditation helps us to practice being still so we don't react when life comes at us. So by being still, but like my friend said, waiting well, putting things in motion, knocking on doors, sending an email here, talking to a friend, taking action. The only way you never get to your goal, whatever that is if you stop taking action. So speaking about failure, the only way you could fail is when you quit. When you quit on yourself. As long as you're going, you're gonna go somewhere. And I don't know if you guys remember when we did the talk for Dream Week, one of the speakers, I believe we talked about him earlier, Jody and I, Howie and Estelle. He says, happiness is progress. Success is progress. As long as there's progress and you're moving in the direction towards your goal, you're succeeding. There's progress. So just move. And it's also taking, steps that are aligned with where you're going. So if I'll share my experience, for example, I went a complete 180 in a different direction because there's a quote that says, if you don't know your purpose, find your passion, because your passion leads you right into your purpose. And so for me, my passion was dance. And so I did a complete 180 from dance to what I'm doing now, which is I went to school to become a spiritual coach and to learn life coaching, different leadership skills and spirituality, and I started taking steps in that direction. So if I wanted to be a life coach, why am I going to work where I was working at as a general manager of a print shop? That's not going to get me any closer to where I want to go. So then I needed to make a move in the right direction that was more aligned in the direction that I wanted to go. So this is steps we want to take. Same thing. If I want to be a life coach and a spiritual coach, why am I going to get a degree in science when I could just go and I found the schooling that has spiritual psychology that is in line with what I'm trying to do? So when you're making your moves, they need to be in line with where you're going. You become purposeful with where you're moving and where you're going to. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys, because I just went through that with a client and also too personally. I'm also shifting in a different direction. And so, but like I said, I had to wait, and I had to wait well, and I had to be still while putting things in motion, knocking on doors, sending emails, not sitting there doing nothing. It's both being and doing, and you've heard me talk about that before. Being and doing, be, do, be, do. It's both. Okay. So let's see. Sonia Lopez, I love your message, my friend. I love you, Sonia. Thank you for listening. So that's my thought. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you for listening. I also want to share with you guys a couple of things that we're going to be doing. March 11th. I don't know if you've seen this on our page, on Jody or mine, or Jamie, which is Jody's sister, or Matt, or some people that are friends of ours, that are part of our connection family. They may have it on their walls as well. It's called Global Community Day. And it's going to be March 11th, and it's a project that we're helping to organize, where we're trying to make massive impact at a global scale on one day to serve your community in whatever way you want to. You can be a group of people, you can be a group of friends, you can be an organization, you can be an individual, and just choose which way you want to give back to your community that day, and just do it. Right? We're trying to there's a sign up for. We just want to know where people are going to be getting together. So if you follow the link, it's on my page. You'll see the big globe that says Global Community Day. It'll take you to an Eventbrite page, and you can just register yourself or your group, and that way we're trying to set a world record. That's really what we're trying to do. So of the most people giving on a particular day, because there hasn't been a world record set. So that's what we're going to be doing. So you may see me talking more about that. You may see me and Jody talking about it. You may see us sharing it on our respective Facebook timelines. So be on the lookout for that. Also, for those of you in San Antonio, we're going to be hosting a Sunday brunch and inspiration event at Sonia's house on February 12th. By the way, that's my birthday. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys on my birthday for Sunday brunch and inspiration. So be looking for that as well. We have an interesting game we're gonna play with the guests. So I'm really excited about that day because it's close to Valentine's Day, love. So we're gonna do a little play on that, about love and loving yourself, loving others. So if you're in San Antonio, February 12th, on my birthday, we're going to be doing Sunday brunch and inspiration here in San Antonio at Sonia's house, and it's gonna be awesome. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you so much for joining and watching. If you have any questions, guys, share some thoughts, message me. I'm also available for coaching one-on-one, coaching groups. We can Skype, we can FaceTime, we can message, whatever works for you. We'll figure it out. Also send me topics that maybe you wanna talk about, that you're curious about, that maybe you want to hear a different perspective. If the video helps you, share it with your friends, tag a friend, like it, post. Help us spread the message. Our goal is to inspire people and help people connect with the truth of who they are, so they can lead more successful lives, okay? So, I love you, Jessica. Thank you. Let's see, anybody else? Hi, Jahaira. ¿Cómo estás? Of course, Aida, we're gonna keep creating events, so be on the lookout if you happen to be in San Antonio. Of course, we'd love to have you. Elizabeth, ¿cómo estás? Gracias por estar aquí. All right. Well, thank you guys. I'm gonna do another one probably Monday, 6:30 time frame. Sonia, you're gonna make a shirt at Sonia's house with arrows pointing at your house. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I love y'all, and I hope you have a great night. Peace.